On a fog-choked night, 5 college friends, James, Emily, Mark, Sarah, and Michael, stumbled upon a decrepit mansion on the outskirts of their town. It was the end of summer, and they sought one last thrill before autumn's grip took hold. The mansion, rumored to be haunted, was an irresistible lure. They dared each other to explore its mysteries, mocking old legends and laughing off ghost tales. The moment they crossed the threshold, the heavy door groaned shut behind them, sealing their fate. The musty air smelled of decay and despair. Dust particles danced in the beams of their flashlights, casting eerie shadows that seemed to move with a life of their own. As they ventured deeper, the house seemed to breathe, each creak of the floorboards like a whispered warning. In the grand foyer, a faded portrait of a stern woman hung prominently. Her eyes appeared to follow them as they moved, a disquieting trick of the light, or perhaps something more? James, the skeptic, scoffed aloud, but even his voice trembled ever so slightly. Emily found a dusty diary on a side table. As she read aloud, the words seemed to echo in a haunting chorus: "The souls are restless, forever bound within these walls." From that moment, the atmosphere turned palpable with menace. Whispers began as faint murmurs but soon grew louder, more insistent. They came from the walls, from the floors, from nowhere and everywhere. Sarah's screams shattered the eerie quiet. Mark and the others rushed to her, finding her staring into a cracked mirror. Reflected was not her own terrified face, but an unknown horror, a grim figure with hollow eyes, standing right behind her. But when they turned, nothing was there. Panic set in. They decided to leave, but the way out seemed to twist and turn into endless corridors, always bringing them back to the grand foyer. Michael suddenly vanished, his flashlight clattering to the ground. His calls for help faded into the oppressive silence, swallowed by the hungry darkness. One by one, they disappeared, each taken by the house's malevolence. James, Emily, and Sarah tried to stick together, but the oppressive feeling grew stronger. Finally, just Emily remained, clutching the diary. She whispered the words again, hoping for a respite, but they only seemed to fuel the entity's rage. Shadows engulfed her, and the diary fell to the floor, its pages fluttering before settling on a final, ominous entry: "They belong to the house now." Days later, the police found the mansion empty, the friends vanished without a trace. The diary lay open, the last page smeared with what looked like blood. In the town, no one spoke of the old mansion again, but occasionally, by bravest dared approach, they swore they heard whispers, echoes of those who were forever bound within its walls.